Now I am become Lane Man, the destroyer of traffic. I knew my destiny when I first experienced Yosemite. Recently, I had planned a vacation to my favorite California city of Fresno, a true automotive playland like no other. When I took a wrong turn and ended up in Yosemite, the whole place was cursed with pathetic two-lane roads. Traffic was awful, and there wasn't even a single fucking In-N-Out burger or Chevron station to be found in this miserable place. I felt like I was gonna be sick. It was at this point I was able to call in a favor from my dear friend, Sleepy Joe. He allowed me and my company to purchase the entirety of Yosemite Valley and revitalize this disgusting hellhole. The plan was to create a brand new city from the ground up, with a 196-lane bridge from Half Dome to El Capitan, with 32-lane exit ramps down into the valley, leading to a 24-lane Strode, complete with a Target In-N-Out burger, California Pizza Kitchen, Best Buy, and the world's largest Safeway, with a dedicated off-ramp from the highway straight into the grocery store, so shoppers could enjoy the highest quality Californian produce available without ever having to leave their cars. Now, of course, a few losers complained that opening up Yosemite for development was destroying the environment, but we couldn't give two shits. We dammed up their precious Merced River and replaced Yosemite Falls with my favorite restaurant of all, a gigantic AutoZone, so that the people of this valley could finally experience the true pleasure of an ice-cold glass of Pennzoil 5W30 full synthetic in the morning, the way God intended. The world was in awe of the unlimited power of Lane Man. As long as I can remember, I have had one nemesis in life: trains. Long ago, my hometown had a robust system of streetcars crisscrossing the city. I remember hearing stories about how people would pack together like sardines into these wretched steel boxes. I was nearly brought to tears at the thought of my city having a tram system. I was able to comfort myself by visualizing the faces of those courageous planners that removed those disgusting rails and modestly sized streets, replacing them with a beautiful 8-lane boulevard, decommissioning those stupid trains and adding 4 extra lanes to the road in the process. It was glorious. Now we had room for every single car on the road to get exactly where they needed to go. Of course, a few brain-dead defeatists claimed that removing those trains would only make the city more car-dependent. And they said that like it was a bad thing. Obviously, the distinguished men and women who built our roads wanted to make sure everyone could drive their car unimpeded. That was the fucking point. My sole criticism of those visionaries of yesteryear is that they gave in to the demands of the public transit lobby and added a goddamned bus line in place of the train. Why would anyone take a stupid-ass bus when they have an entire car to themselves? I guess you can't win them all. New York, New York. The city's so nice they named it twice. Wrong! As a young civil engineer, I had always heard stories of New York's greatest resident, Robert Moses. The tales of his achievements in bringing countless New Yorkers the joys of automobile usage were legendary. After my beloved mentor's death, I made a pilgrimage to the city he had turned into paradise on earth. But when I got there, I was unprepared for the terror I would feel in my heart. Manhattan had no freeways, and almost everybody commuted by using the subway system. Even the famed expressways built by Daddy Moses himself, the man who was like a father to me, only had 6 lanes in most places. I nearly had a heart attack. Certainly, Robert would have informed me that his work was unfinished and invited me to help him fix it, but no. It was at this point I had to set things right and honor my master's legacy. With some effort, I was able to convince the leaders of all 5 boroughs to allow me and my company to construct a brand new 144-lane parkway stretching from Yankee Stadium through Harlem and Central Park down Manhattan Island, terminating in the most beautiful 288-lane interstate, finally providing a direct route between Williamsburg and Jersey City. Now, of course, a few assholes complained that improving Manhattan's connectivity with the outer boroughs was contributing to the island's affordable housing crisis, but we didn't fucking care. We shut them up and replaced Little Italy with a gigantic Olive Garden, finally bringing the highest quality Italian cuisine to this cursed food desert. Lady Liberty's promise of car-centric freedom was finally fulfilled. The people celebrated in the streets, having witnessed the glory of Lane Man. The podunk town I was born in had one fatal flaw: not enough parking. Going downtown was a hassle, having to compete with 96 other jerks just to find a place to leave my car for the day while I went to work. And when I finally did find a place, it had a goddamned meter. It was then as if from the mind of God himself, I was presented with a vision. What if we tore out some of these quote-unquote historical buildings and just built more parking? That way, every single person who needed to would have a space for their prized automobiles. I worked hard and lobbied the city council to do something. They agreed that improving the parking situation would spur economic development across the city. Now, of course, a few addle-pated sub-morons said that replacing buildings with space for cars would only defeat the purpose of going downtown to begin with, but what the fuck did they know? We worked day and night, demolishing building after building and handcrafting beautiful flat lots of hot asphalt and concrete. We even paved over the old cemetery to add space for parking behind the courthouse. Why the hell do the deceased need their own space anyways? They can't even drive. As I got older, I began to understand my true purpose in life: interchanges. I spent years studying the most complicated and intricate ways to connect highways of all sorts, large and small, together to ensure every car could go where it needed to. I began to draft up my designs and post them to social media, but there were always those naysayers that commented "train" underneath the designs I spent months perfecting. What the fuck did they know? Has anyone ever seen a train interchange? They're fucking boring. As time went on, the most powerful civil engineer in the world took me under his wing, and in a few short years, I was blessed with the ability to start my own construction company, Wojak and Associates, focused solely on perfecting those beautiful concrete and asphalt rivers that are the lifeblood of America. Cities across the country hired us to level up their infrastructure. A few simple-minded buffoons were critical of our projects, saying they did nothing to enhance walkability in the cities we worked in. But I knew they were in the wrong. Why would anyone fucking walk, or worse, take a shitty train when there are perfectly good automobiles which enable the unlimited freedom of movement as envisioned by our founding fathers? But I could care less what the haters have to say as I sit at my desk dreaming of the feeling of the open road. It is then I recite to myself our company motto: born to drive, city is a fuck. Gui Shen Interchange All 2023. I am Lane Man. 410,757,864,530 dead pedestrians. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Are you tired of being stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic? Do your city's streets feel cramped and too narrow? Well, fret no more, because we've got the ultimate solution to cure your traffic woes. Introducing 72 lanes of American freedom. For the low, low price of $1,440 per segment, you can say goodbye to cramped city streets and hello freedom. Using our clinically proven method, you too can solve traffic by adding 72 lanes of freedom. Call or click the link in my bio now, and you'll get 72 lanes absolutely free of charge. But wait, there's more. If you act now, we'll double your order and give you 2 for the price of 1. That's a total of 144 lanes of freedom to bring your city into the 21st century with style. And if you sign up in the next 30 minutes, we'll upgrade you to the all-new 98 Lanes of Liberty at no extra charge. That's 2 copies of 98 Lanes of Liberty for a total of 196 lanes, in addition to the 72 lanes. You can't find a deal like this elsewhere, folks. And don't worry, Europeans, we haven't forgotten about you. You may hate car-centric cities, so our researchers have been hard at work developing 72 trains of freedom. That's right. Now your city's trams have 72 sets of tracks to choose from, delivering the highest quality freedom of movement. Just use discount code Amsterdam at checkout, and you'll instantly be upgraded to 72 trains of freedom. Act now, because these will go fast. Call us up at 420-6969 or click the link in bio for your free download.
Maybe don't delete that roundabout. It's not the problem, Sleepy Joe.
This sucks. Cars are only using 1 lane on this bridge, and it's all backed up. I wish I could call Lane Man to help me. he'd know what to do.
Lane Man? Seriously, Sleepy Joe, Lane Man? You do know he's not real, right?
Yeah, Joe, Lane Man is just a myth that city planning school professors use to scare their students, kind of like the boogeyman.
You guys are no fun. I know he can help me.
Joseph Robinette Biden, the 46th President of the United States of America. As an aspiring city planner, Joe has struggled with managing traffic in his city from the beginning.
Oh my God, what the fuck is this garbage?
A few months ago, a couple of his friends had encouraged him to build a bridge across his city with only 6 lanes, 2 of which were goddamned bus lanes. But I knew what had to be done.
Oh, hi, Aaron. I'm so happy you're here. Can you please fix my city?
Seriously, what the hell is going on right now? Joe, this isn't funny. Joe.
The plan was to replace the main highway into town with a 72-lane sunken freeway, splitting off at the ziggurat to create a 128-lane viaduct through the suburbs, splitting into a beautiful set of 64-lane bypasses.
Joe, he's not going to fix your traffic. It's just going to make things worse.
Now, of course, a few idiots cried foul, saying that so many lanes would only make traffic worse. But we didn't fucking care. We expanded the main boulevard in town to 72 lanes, removing any wretched sidewalk or bus lane in our path.
Thank you so much, Lane Man. My traffic flow is 56% now. My city is saved.
I can't believe that actually worked. What the hell?
That's what they get for doubting the power of Lane Man. Some think Amsterdam is a city of sin, but in truth, it is a city of freedom. Wrong! As a seasoned city planner, I've seen my share of challenges, but I was not prepared for the utter horror I would experience upon setting foot in this terrible city. Try as I may, I could not find one single highway, and parking my car was nearly impossible. What's worse was these people's fetishistic obsession with bikes. What the hell was wrong with them? Luckily, I had been brought here by my mentor to help change their ways and bring true freedom to these wretched Dutch communists. The plan was to replace the main train line with a 256-lane elevated turnpike, better than anything even my friends back home had the joy of driving on. Sure, a few crybabies complained that we were wrecking their historic city with our improvements, but I didn't understand a word they said, because they didn't say it in English. So we kept going, bringing every Dutch man and woman the priceless joy of private vehicle ownership, creating the most majestic 12-lane stroad the world had ever seen, stretching from Weesperboort on Plantage to Spaarndam, complete with a Taco Bell and cheesecake factory, bringing the highest quality cuisine to these uncultured barbarians. The people wept in joy, having witnessed the true power of Lane Man.
These stupid Americans have gone too far. What the hell is wrong with them? How many goddamned parking spaces does one city really need? This land can be put to a much better use. Now these idiots can finally walk to get their disgusting Kentucky Fried Chicken in Target. Whatever the hell that even is. I swear to God these people are barbarians. And how many damn lanes does one road need? Seriously, 8? Let's reduce that to 4 and give the citizens of Vista Hills their first tram line. Cars should be a last resort, not the only option. This isn't even fucking real football. Let's show these pathetic Yankees the joy of the beautiful game. I'll bet they'll still have the nerve to call it soccer, but they'll thank me once they can easily watch their new MLS team get defeated by Real Salt Lake, or something like that. They're no Bayern München, but it is America, after all, and look at these poor fools in their single-family homes. If they're gonna live like that, at least give them some good pedestrian paths so they don't have to drive when they could easily walk. And this ugly fucking interchange is overkill. They could save so much space by just building a goddamned roundabout. You're welcome, Americans. The superior European mind has fixed your city.
The death of Lane Man.
Look how they massacred my boy.
City, Mommy. What would Lane Man think of this disgrace?
Lane Man, wherefore art thou? Lane Man, we are in desperate need of your assistance.
Please call Lane Man. I'm sick of this guy already.
Lane Man senses a disturbance in the force, as though a million lanes cried out in fear and then were silenced.
We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Wrong! After a 3-day drive through the endless void of space, I arrived along with a delegation of America's supposed best and brightest on a mission of first contact. But when I got there, Not a single one of these jerks brought their car. They took a fucking rocket ship. The worst form of public transportation out there. What's worse is these fucking aliens we were supposed to meet had never even heard of cars. It was at this point, somebody had to do something. With the blessing of my mentor, I was able to convince Sleepy Joe to send me and my company the resources necessary to build humanity's first lunar colony, the way God intended. The plan was to create an otherworldly 256-lane boulevard, complete with the best luxuries Earth had to offer, including Walmart, Taco Bell, a 7-Eleven, and a little slice of NASA's hometown of Houston, an interplanetary Whataburger, providing both humans and aliens with the highest quality Texan cuisine. Now, of course, a few of the aliens screamed and cried, claiming that we were invaders, spoiling this pristine satellite. But what the fuck did they know? We covered up their stupid little UFO with a massive Ford dealership, finally introducing these extraterrestrials to the absolute freedom of movement that comes with private vehicle ownership. Peace in the cosmos was brought about, thanks to the selfless love of Lane Man.
Will Lane Man make it back to Earth in time to save Vista Hills from this horror? Will the European mind turn every city in America into a walkable hellscape? Is this the end of Lane Man's career? Or will he tell the European mind to stay in their lane? Or will Lane Man be stopped dead in his tracks? Tune in next time to find out, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.